Sir, good afternoon. So, welcome to India's 7th summit. Okay, well, I would like to ask you a question. What are you looking forward more in today's event?
Shall I tell? I'm sorry about it. And shall I introduce myself and tell, or that's not necessary?
If you want to introduce, you can.
Yeah. Yeah, that's. My name is Dr. K.S. Murthy. I'm the Chief Pediatric Cardiac Surgeon from Innova Children's Heart Hospital. And they have invited me to give a keynote address on challenges in establishing pediatric cardiac services in India and the road ahead. And this Pharma Leaders event is that not only they cover the pharmaceutical aspects and also the end user, the patient, and how the health scenario in the country as a whole. And since I am a children's heart surgeon, it's a neglected specialty, and not many centers in India they have. Even they're struggling to come up and to serve these unfortunate children suffering from heart disease. And I have spoke today on 7th Summit on my personal experience to how to establish the dedicated children's heart hospital and what are the hurdles we get. And look at the children's heart disease, it is 8 per 1,000 live births. That means, more than 1 billion population. Every year, almost, 2 lakh children are born with congenital heart disease. But unfortunately, less than 10% are getting the treatment. And rest of the people are dying or suffering with congenital heart disease. The reason being that the most of them belong to lower socioeconomic background and require huge infrastructure to serve or operate on a tiny tots hearts. And so not only the doctors, the non-governmental organizations, philanthropic organizations, and also the government should and the angel investors should support this set of cause. If you look at the Indian scenario, it's a very minuscule service we are doing. As per the American College of Cardiology recommendations, we should have one pediatric cardiac center in every 5 million population. And if you have 1 billion population, at least 200 centers we should have in India. But we have hardly 10 centers doing this sort of service. Maybe South India a bit more. And if you go to North, except Delhi, nothing in between. Mostly the central part of India and eastern part of India. We need this sort of services. So there is a huge potential. And so someone has to take this challenge and spread this message and establish more centers and serve these poor children and unfortunate children. Thereby, they can also see the light of the day, and also they could be useful citizens.
Thank you, sir. So, I would want to know, will Make in India be just a slogan, or there is something more to it?
Okay, the Make in India, if you look at the manufacturing sector, people think manufacturing sector is not only the Make in India, and the service sector also should make in India. And we have reached very good forward step in that, but it's a long more to achieve in this. And it's a good slogan, but it got up very late. And also it is to say whether it is going to happen or not is very early to answer this. But everyone, and including Prime Minister and the people and entrepreneurs, are all moving forward into the Make in India. But no doubt, but I see that the younger talent what we have at this moment in India, definitely I hope that we'll have a better future and Make India.
So I would want to know, if you see, there is a huge disparity between urban and rural healthcare sector. Yes. Now, as you said that, we don't have much pediatric sector. We have everything. We have good doctors, nurses. Then why are we laying back? What is it that we are laying back and everything goes to US and not to India? I mean, why are we laying back?
But don't take me wrong, but my personal experience and opinion is that the India is progressing because of people's efforts. the government is actually playing as a positive role, like catalytic role, but actually they are playing a very negative role. And whatever want to do, have lots of red tapeism, lots of things, and which is, and there is no clarity what they want actually. And also the health sector is one of the most neglected sector in the country, and the budget what we have is very minuscule, is less than the budget spent by Bangladesh or Sri Lanka. And when you compare with the Western world, actually you are nowhere into that. And I think you should, at this moment, we should concentrate more into the rural sector and preventive diseases, and where communicable diseases. Most of the children and most of the people suffer from these communicable diseases, and and what you have to understand is what is the real cause for Indian health scenario in this country. And you have to address that concern rather than giving populistic schemes, starting populistic schemes, and giving populistic the lectures. Not that. We should show in action the cause and how to solve this problem.
Thank you, sir. Sir, you think telemedicines and mHealth, it is going to help, to bridge the disparity between rural and urban sector?
No, the telemedicine and health definitely will help. Definitely will help.
As you see that like 1/3 of the people in rural sector, they don't get hospital. They are only they are allowed to get hospital beds. Rest of the rural people, before getting treatment, they die. So I mean, do you think technology can help to bridge the gap between the rural and the urban sector?
Yes, see, technology definitely make things easy and accessible to the remote areas. That is definitely, and that will help. But the thing is, what you should not forget is that educating the public, educating the health hygiene, and educating the disease. I sometimes I feel really upset when I see in the TV getting advertisements on soap, shampoo, and other things, but no advertisement comes on the health sector. No, why can't we do that? No, how to by washing the hands? No, you can prevent diarrhea in children or infectious diseases in children. When you sneeze, put your towel in front of you and don't spread your bacteria and virus to other people. Okay, so that is what that's what I think. Not only the government, the philanthropic organizations, and also the industrialists, they can sponsor this sort of programs, and also they can put their product into that. But main thing is like health education. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.